March 3rd, 1889. Boston's Metropolitan State Hospital. Ward 7 housed 23 children, boys and girls, between the ages of 8 and 14, all labeled feeble-minded by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The ward was overseen by Nurse Margaret O'Sullivan, a stern Irish woman who had worked at the hospital for 6 years. She kept meticulous records, mealtimes, medication schedules, even the children's daily activities. Her logbook would later become evidence in one of medicine's most baffling mysteries. That Sunday morning began like any other. The children ate their porridge at 7 a.m. They attended chapel at 9. By noon, all 23 were accounted for, present, quiet, and under supervision. At 12:30 p.m., Nurse O'Sullivan unlocked Ward 7 after the children's midday rest period. The dormitory was silent. Too silent. Every bed was empty. Every single child had vanished. The doors had been locked from the outside. O'Sullivan kept the only key. The windows were barred and sealed. There was no other exit from Ward 7. Yet somehow, 23 children had disappeared without a trace. Hospital Superintendent Dr. Charles Harrington immediately sealed the building and summoned the Boston police. Detective Captain William Murphy arrived within the hour to find something that defied all logic. The children's beds were still warm. Shoes lined up neatly beneath each cot. Personal belongings, a rag doll, a wooden horse, a prayer book remained untouched on their nightstands. But perhaps most disturbing was what they found chalked on the dormitory wall. 23 small handprints, arranged in a perfect circle, with a message scrawled in the center. We went to the cellar. The hospital's basement stretched beneath the entire complex, a maze of storage rooms, tunnels, and abandoned chambers. Search teams with lanterns combed every inch. They found nothing. No children. No footprints in the dust. No signs that anyone had been down there in months. Yet the children's handprints on the wall were still damp with chalk. Dr. Harrington quietly transferred the remaining patients from nearby wards and sealed off the entire section. Hospital records from that day were classified, and families were told their children had been transferred to a private facility for specialized care. The Boston Globe never reported the disappearance. The police investigation was closed after 1 week with no findings. Ward 7 was permanently locked and remained empty for the next 47 years until the hospital's demolition. But maintenance workers who entered the basement in later years reported strange discoveries. Children's clothing found in sealed rooms, toys scattered in corridors that had been empty for decades, and footsteps echoing from tunnels that led nowhere. In 1936, during renovation work, contractors found a hidden chamber beneath Ward 7. Inside were 23 small wooden crosses, each carved with a child's initials. No bodies were ever found. Hospital employment records from 1889 show that Nurse Margaret O'Sullivan resigned immediately after the incident and left Massachusetts. She was never seen again. 23 children walked through locked doors on a Sunday afternoon in 1889. Where they went, how they left, and why they never returned remains one of medicine's darkest unsolved mysteries. Some doors, once opened, can never be closed again. Subscribe to the Midnight Whispers for true terror from forgotten archives, one unforgettable story, one haunted night. Dare to join us.